Let's do this then. Player ratings from tonight's game between Newport County and Newcastle United. 1-1 after full time, but Newcastle win 5-4 on penalties. We are through to the quarterfinals. But I've still got that annoyance in me, to be honest, because, to be honest, this game shouldn't have gone to a penalty shootout. We should be looking to win this game pretty easily. Should not be taking a League 2 side to a penalty shootout. Seriously? Come on. Bruce's shite tactics are continuing. Because we've got through in the penalty shootout, he's probably going to keep his job a while longer, unfortunately. And I'm now getting sick of the crappy tactics now, for sure. And not to mention the pathetic excuses he's been coming out with lately as well. I don't know how many more chances I'm going to give this bloke now, unfortunately, but there's a lot of people thinking that his time's definitely up now. And I don't blame them, to be honest, because, to be honest, we should be wiping the floor against a League 2 side. I said they weren't going to make it easy for her, and Newport, there were going to be no pushovers. They were going to come in and have a go, which it did do. But yeah, you still have the annoyances. Why is it taking us a penalty shootout to get through and get into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup? Yeah. Well then, I'm going to get into my player ratings of what I think the players how performed out there today. Start off in goal, Mark Gillespie. He spilled that shot again. It wasn't a powerful shot from Abrahams, but the way he spilled it, he tried to parry it out to stop it going in the net was not great at all. As I said, you could put it down into the defence, not helping as well. But again, I've seen it back and I'm just thinking, you could point the finger at the keeper as well. But other than that, I didn't think he really did a lot as well. So, yeah, but because of that spill he did, I'm going to give Mark Gillespie a 4. Going to go into the back four and the right back side, Javier Manquillo, and I thought that was one of his very poor games. I've got to say, he was getting down there, but the crosses were all over the place. They were either not beating the first man or they were going all the way out across to the other side. I mean, come on, man. He's really improved at this football club, but he has been playing a lot of games so far now, and you can see why Bruce has been making him the number one choice right back. But again, because I suppose the good thing was trying to get forward, but the crossing was dreadful tonight, and I'm going to give Manquillo a 4 as well. Going to go into the left back, and that was Jamal Lewis. Again, it was trying to get forward. Again, crosses. I think there's a couple of times you're thinking he should be looking to get the ball in first time as well. I thought he was the better out of the lot of our defence. But yeah, that is the problem. But I'll give Jamal Lewis a 5 from tonight's game. Going to move into the centre-backs. Going to start off with Emil Kraft, and that was a poor performance as well. I mean, that kick away which he gave to Abrahams, I mean, and really? Oh, my word. But apart from that, again, it's still, that is the problem. Did he really have a lot to do to defend? Maybe not at times, but still. But because of that horrendous kick he gave to Abrahams, I'm going to give Emil Kraft a 4 as well. Alongside him, Federico Fernandez, and again, not a great performance. Again, unfortunately. I'm going to give him a 4 as well. Going to move now into the two centre midfielders. First of all, Joe Shelby. Apart from the absolute screamer he scored, it was another frustrating performance from him, I would say as well. Again, passes, trying to lump balls out a lot of the time. But again, it's when you've got people who are predominantly slow trying to get on the end of balls as well, who I'm going to be talking about as well. Yeah, I think you've got an idea who it could be. But because that screamer scored Joe Shelby, I'll give him a 6. And alongside him, Sean Longstaff, and I think he's gone backwards at this moment of time. What has gone wrong with him? The injury he caught up under Rafa's last season in charge against West Ham away has caught up with him at this moment of time. And you think, what has happened? Hopefully, he'll get back to being the Sean Longstaff we've seen from a couple of seasons ago. I think that will come back, but it's just he's going through a tough period, particularly with the injury he had as well a couple of seasons ago as well. I'll give Sean Longstaff a 4 as well, because again, I just didn't think it was a great performance. Gonna go into the wingers, and I'm gonna start off with Ryan Fraser, and you can tell he's not match fit. He's lacking so much fitness at this moment of time. Going forward, get on the end of things. Well, trying to receive balls to him was all right, but again, crossing, sometimes just couldn't pick out the first man, or it was going out as well. And you can tell he's lacking fitness. Did have a chance as well. I think he should have scored that as well. But I've got to say, because he was trying and getting forward a lot, I'll give Ryan Fraser a 5. On the other side, Jacob Murphy, and I thought he was my man of the match. He was the best player for us on that pitch by a mile. Was getting forward a lot. He had a very good few chances he should have taken. You could see at least 2 or 3 of those I think he should have done. Oh, but I think Jacob Murphy's going to start improving now at this club. I'm going to give Jacob Murphy an 8 because he was getting hard, but it was just them chances you think he should have took at least 2 of them. But I thought he was my best, my man of the match out there tonight. Going to move into the number 10 role, and that was Miggy Almiron. And again, that wasn't a great performance as well. It was a little bit better than what it was against Spurs, but still, bit of a frustrating one. So I'm going to give Miggy I'll give him a 5 for tonight's game. So he was getting forward, he was playing in his natural position. It was still a bit of a frustrating performance. Now, going to move on up front as the striker, and that was Andy Carroll. And I'm going to say this now, and people can disagree with us if they want to. I don't mind. Everyone's going to have their opinion. But he is finished. He is absolutely finished now. He looks so slower. His pace is gone. And you can tell he's not the same Andy Carroll he is anymore when we had him all them years ago now. I'm sorry, the only way I could see you could bring Andy Carroll on in a game now is if we've got a game sealed in a bag now. So if we're we're 1-0 down or we're drawing the game, we're trying to look for the winner goal. I'm sorry, I just don't think he's now that player, unfortunately. I think a lot of people are going to say the same as well. And because of that, I'm going to give Andy Carroll a 2. Because he looks absolutely finished out there. I'm sorry. Moving into the substitutions. First 2 were made was Callum Wilson and Joe Linton. I'll start off with Callum Wilson. Was getting into the game. Trying to get on the end of things as well. Scored that penalty as well. In the penalty shootout. So I'm going to give Callum Wilson a 6. Next, Joe Linton. And apart from the penalty miss, he was trying again. He did more than what Andy Carroll did in the game as well. Trying to go forward. And there you go. So I'm going to give Joe Linton a 6 as well. Because he was trying and he did more than what Andy Carroll did. And the last substitution was Fabian Schär. And again, I didn't think he had a lot to do. To be honest, But he scored the penalty in the penalty shootout. I'm going to give a 5. Now, on to Steve Brucey. The tactics were shocking again, as always. Sometimes you question, do the players really want to play for this manager because of his awful style of tactics? That is what I'm worrying about. Honestly, if we went out, I think I'd be scoring him a 0. I know because I'm going to say we're through on penalties. I think I'm going to give Steve Bruce a 2 for his ratings. So there you have it. So That is my player ratings done for today. Let me know in the comment section, would you agree with those or would you change any of them? Which ones would you change if you don't think you agree with the ones I've gone with? But let me know in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching. Of course, don't forget to give this video a like, a comment. Of course, if you haven't checked me out before, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Keep an eye out for the preview for the Burnley game, which will probably be either tomorrow or Friday. And until then, I shall catch you all later. Take care of yourselves. How are you feeling after that? Is it time for Steve Bruce to go? Are you glad we're in the quarterfinals? But are you just thinking it's just not good enough still at this moment of time?